Hello YouTube, Davmar1079 finally coming at you with the Transformers Studio Series, Transformers the movie Megatron. I know it's been a while since I showed you the short of this guy in the box, and I say thank you for 5,000 views on my short. That is the most I've ever gotten on a short. I usually was bare. I've gotten like over, maybe close to a little over 2,000, but 5? Whew. Thank you all. So I hope to even get a fraction of that with this video. But before we take a look at him, let us take a look at the packaging. There it is in G1 Megatron in his tank form. Yes, I know a lot of people, including me, is like upset. It's like, he should have been his Walter P38 pistol with suppressor and freaking everything else. But too many people, and a lot of people say he's been more of a tank longer than he was ever a handgun. Which he can even transform, and it looks like they're trying to make a different colored version of him. There is the G1 movie picture of him, a nice little bit. You can read his little bio there and all that. Looks like they only half transformed for this animation, this picture, or however they did it. Storage, nothing there. Transformers the movie, Megatron, and that's it for the packaging. So that will be my little background. And let us bring them in for here, and let us take a nice little look see at Megatron's tank mode. Which, to be completely honest, if I would have transformed him, I would have compared him to Megatronus Prime's tank form, but I didn't. I completely slipped my mind. But let me get a nice little look. Decepticon logo there, barrel there, tank treads there. This part looks nice. In the back bit, it's just this bit. Do 360, you can angle it ever so slightly. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You can use the Blast FX parts from the 86 movie guys self, and which I'll keep this off to the side for later when we get him into robot mode. And in terms of accessories, he comes with his little sword that he uses all of 2 seconds to get a strike in on Optimus in the movie, which I wish he also would have came with his little gun, which I guess technically this is how they're getting around making him into his gun form, which you can use the Blast FX parts on it as well. And pretty much it's only good for minions like Starscream or soon to be Soundwave that I saw pictures of. But yeah, that's it for accessories. If you wish to store them like it showed on the box, tab the sword in here or there and take the gun and place it up here, which is kind of smart because most tanks have like 50 cal machine guns and stuff, so you can just main gun shoot, and this could be for defense. But yes, storage is nice and all that, so pretty much. Oops. You can do a blast here and a nice little stream of one here, and just all day. But yes, in terms of comparison, here he is next to a previous review and what he will future become, Galvatron. Now that I have both Galvatron and Megatron, finally got two of the same, soon to be one of the other, is nice. I got a good looking G1 Galvatron, and I got a nice looking G1 Megatron until I get that masterpiece Megatron. For now, this one will be the next best thing until then. And now let us bring him off to the side. Here he is with his Voyager class Ironhide, the Dark of the Moon one. Couldn't think of anything, I couldn't find anything for some reason. And here he is with Deluxe class Bronze, one of the ones that they shoot at the beginning of the movie after Unicron destroys a planet and all that, and Ironhide gets the shuttle and stuff. But I can't remember on all of them. I'd have to rewatch, or let me know in the comments below. Who was the first Autobot that Megatron in his gun form, used by Starscream, to hit? Because Bronze, I think it might have been Bronze, but let me know if I'm correct, because then I know it was Prowl was, I think, by Scrapper. And then Starscream shot both Ratchet and Ironhide, and then Megatron finished off Ironhide. But let me know if that is correct, if anyone knows. Again, off to the side. And now let us take off the accessories so we can transform him into robot mode. And also this, he does roll quite nicely with all these wheels. First thing you want to do, untab his soon-to-be his fusion cannon, which is the tank gun, from this whole little assembly here. Take out what will become his back piece for gun mode. Oops, sorry, the camera, I'm trying to adjust my legs. Fold this up for his fusion cannon, and there you go for that. And yes, I do agree, as many of people have said, this should be having a sliding motion to go tank mode, robot mode. But they do not, sadly. Now for this bit, I'm going to take his legs, what will become his legs, and untab them from the tank for now. Get them out of the way. I'm going to come back here to where his feet are, fold them up and around, like so. And then unpull them from here. They tab in from there to right there. Whoops. Without doing that, like so. And just flip them down to where you can fold them out of the way, but they are ready to go for robot mode. Now you want to go back to this. First thing you want to do, skipping a step, make this easy, which would help. Unfold that so you get that out of the way. So now it'll be easier to open this up without breaking it or pulling any tabs out. Fold that up. Same thing goes here. Fold it up, out. And now you can fold this all in like so. Go behind here and just make sure that tabs into place like so, so it keeps this whole leg assembly together. Fold it around and bring this whole assembly down and tab it into place to be nice and secure like that. Same thing goes with this side. There we go. Fold it around. Tab in. Make sure that's out of the way. Tab that in, actually. Forgot there is a little tab that goes in there, and vice versa. Go like that. And fold like so. And now you pretty much got the tank, well, practically transformed. Now for this bit, want to take this and fold his waist up. That tabs into right there for tank. Now you can just keep that out of the way, fold his legs up all the way around to where it is flush like that. Untabbing these skirt pieces from his legs. Now that you can fold them around and flip them down. Now you want to just turn them around and tab them in like that. And fold that up like so to tab it all into place. For this, untab it, fold it, make sure this stays all together like so. Wait, skipping. Fold his head out, then tab that all into place. take his arms like so, fold them around, and untab and move out like so. So it is like this when you fold this up and fold this around. And now a little tricky bit where you have to kind of finagle this whole thing. There's a little notch right there you got to get around this side while also getting this tab into there. You almost kind of got to force it in there somewhat. Finagle it just right. Like that. Oh, tricky. There we go. Like that, and you're almost done with Megatron. Now, for the arms, you untab that, so you hold assembly, so you can take out his fist, and rotate that around, like so, and fold the arm around, like that. Same thing goes for this side as well. Tap that all together. There you go, he's almost done. Take the fusion cannon, put it to his arm. And I don't know why I'm being a tard, I'm forgetting. After I just put them together, take what would be his barrel in gun form, stick it into his back. And there you go, you have Megatron in his robot mode. And now let's get a nice little look-see at Megatron. A nice accurate G1 head sculpt, Decepticon logo, all that good stuff at the front that he had when he was in the cartoons and in the movie. And I kind of do... I'm not 100% sure. I think his legs were more dark gray instead of this, but still good to me. Nice resemblance of what he had technically originally, so that's a nice little nod to it. Still can see the tank tracks, and very nice that he has basically no back kibble. Fusion cannon is nice. Like I said though, you could kind of have a shifting thing, but overall very good. And let's get him with some comparisons. Here he is with what he will become one day, well, after the Battle of Autobot City, Galvatron, and they look very nice to... Oops, he fell over. They look very nice to one another, next to one another. You have the past, you have the future. The one that decided to go against the system and rule with an iron fist, soon to become a slave of Unicron, and then only breaking free because of Rodimus Prime destroying Unicron. Very nice having those together. Speaking of having nice next to one another, here he is with his counterpart, Commander Class Optimus Prime. And like a lot of people say, Optimus is usually a little bit shorter than Megatron, which, to me, not bad. They look quite nice together, and it's nice to have, always like completing, always get a Megatron or the Optimus, you have to almost get one with the other. If not, it doesn't make sense. It's like, you almost have, if you get one, you have to get the other. Which, for this basically being a leader class, they could have just re-released this guy with no trailer and just a blaster and the maybe one effects part. Other than that, this is a quite nice little duo. I can't wait to put them next to each other. The shelf that he is on, that really I don't have, has had him for the longest time, but now he will probably be downgraded to not on his shelf. But enough about that. Here he is with his one of his namesakes, minions, that of Inferno. And just because I don't have any other minions of Megatron, here he is next to Coronation Starscream. Quite nice, and like I stated before, you can take this little guy and have Starscream hold him. Whoops. Sorry for nudging the camera. And here he is next to one of his victims that he guns down at the end, saying such heroic nonsense. Sorry, Ironhide, but you had to be in the video. He did get rid of you. And back now to the accessories. Which actually, the blast effects parts first, actually. Sadly, due to how this is, you cannot use the full blast effects part. And for this, you can only use this, and it kind of just looks like he has a crappy paintbrush and all that, or just a crappy little fusion cannon. So sadly, you can't do it for that, but you can use it for this. But to kind of make it at least movie accurate, we'll remove the fusion cannon temporarily so he can have his little sword, which I kind of wish they didn't have the sword, even though I liked the movie. I wish they had his mason changed, that him and Optimus only had like for one episode at the very, I think, the 3-parter. So there, you can have him as he was in the movie, holding his little sword. Come on, you. Happens because it's such a tight fit, of course. The hand is on a ball joint, so you do kind of have to... Okay, come here, you. Kind of a pain in the neck with the sword. You kind of almost have to try and get it off from the bottom. Or technically, there now. He can, if it'll do it. He can hold himself. Or technically, now that I see it, you can kind of go movie 1 Megatron status. And there. Kind of have him just charging with a big gun and a little gun. I just noticed that. I don't know why. And there. Hopefully that's something that you haven't seen before. In terms of storage, you go to his back. This one, the little notch. You plug that in there, in this, there for storage. It's quite nice. So if you have them at the right angle, you technically don't even see the sword at that point. But that's pretty much it for that. So once again, I do want to apologize that it took so long for me to get Megatron's video out. I hope you do enjoy it, and like I said, I hope you do see that this video maybe gets a fraction of what it did for the short, but I'll be happy if you guys just watching it anyways. But on that note, I want to thank y'all for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit that bell to notify you anytime. Oh wait, stop the presses. Posability. Without the sword, waist swivel, head, ball joint, arms fully reticulated. Almost forgot about that. How dare I? Legs, feet, toes, do the transformation, and all that. Now in a better pose than I was. Now once again, I can't believe I forgot about that. Sorry. But once again, thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit that bell to notify you anytime that I post a video or go live. And please leave your comments down below and tell me, is this the best mainline version of a G1 Megatron we've gotten? Or what do you think is just the best Megatron we've gotten thus far in the main line of Transformers besides the masterpieces and all that? I'd like to know. And as always, once again, hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. See ya.